and progressive governor of New Jersey, Woodrow Wilson is intent on solving America's domestic problems by eliminating what he considers special privilege and by curbing the power of the monopolies. He calls his program The New Freedom.
The Federal Reserve is a cartel made up of the major banks in America, and they are the ones that are running the show, not the federal government.
Operation Empire State Rebellion is enacted. We are under siege by the banks and their cohorts. We are entrapped in modes of debt, and they have turned our government against us. Democracy and liberty erode in the face of their choleric assault. Thus it seems that there is no way to break the insidious monster that slowly strangles our economy, throwing millions into poverty and desperation. Class and money are irrelevant in the eyes of eternity. Stand up for your brothers and sisters who have no voice. Stand up for those who are being silenced. On March 28, we will place the great instrument of those who assault liberty, the Federal Reserve, under siege. To do this, the people must rise. Knowledge is power. On March 28th, join the alliance of Americans who aim to seize the control of money from a few dominant men and place it back under the watchful eyes of democracy. Protest at your nearest federal bank location, conveniently located in New York, Boston, Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., Richmond, Dallas, Atlanta, Kansas City, Chicago, Minneapolis, San Francisco, and Cleveland. A brave patriot named Thomas Jefferson once wrote, "The spirit of resistance to government is so valuable on certain occasions that I wish it to always be kept alive." Americans, the spirit of resistance has faded. Awaken your souls and make our nation proud and free once again. This is Operation Empire State Rebellion. This is anonymous. You are anonymous. We are legion. Expect us.
Not investment houses, just commercial banks alone, made some $700 billion in profit. A lot of money. Now, as a result of the greed, recklessness, perhaps illegal behavior on the part of a relatively of Wall Street, they are coming to the taxpayers for huge bailouts, and we have no idea how much that's going to end up costing. These guys made unbelievable sums of money. Then through their greed and recklessness, they created a terrible crisis, and now we have to bail them out. Where did all their profits go?
So who got the money?
To financial institutions in Europe and other countries.
Which ones?
I don't know.
$500 billion, and you don't know who got the money?
The loan went to the loans go to the central banks, and they then put them out to their institutions to try to bring down short-term interest rates in dollar markets around the world.
Well, let's start with which central banks got the money.
There are 14 of them, which are listed I'm sure they're listed in here somewhere.
Many, again, of my constituents, I think people all over this country, are wondering why the CEOs of these large financial institutions who have been extremely greedy, reckless, and maybe have engaged in illegal behavior have not been fired, so that we can work with people who want to really reform the system. Should the CEOs of the financial institutions that have led us into this deep, deep recession be fired?
Well, pay and job tenure should depend on performance, and those which have performed poorly should lose their jobs.
Any of them who have been...
Many have lost their jobs.
Most of them, of the major guys, are still holding their positions.
This spirit of greed to continue to drive us into economic holes. How long? Not long. Let this reverberate from Main Street to Wall Street. This day, like Dr. Martin Luther King said, we will be able to speed up that day when all God's children, blacks and whites, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, Buddhists, Hindus and Muslims will be able to join free from